Hi, today I'm going to talk to you about 5 different steps that you need to learn to do an effective exposure in your current business. Step number 1 is the invitation, also known as the approach. See, in this step, this is where you learn how to invite somebody or approach them so that they can take a look at some information. Step number 2 is the presentation. This step is extremely very important. You don't want to be the person that explains the information. What you want to use is what's called third-party tools. A third-party tool consists of anything but you. A mentor of mine taught me a long time ago that if you are actually talking or your lips is moving, you should be pointing at something, you could be reading something, sharing a story, or talking about somebody else. You should never ever say a fact that's coming out of your mouth. Because the reason why is because they're going to judge you. A third-party tool, again, is anything but you. Step number 3 is called the validation. This is when the prospect is trying to validate the information and they want to know if it's true. In most cases, again, you want to use what's called a 3-way call into a 3-way expert. And the expert can answer that question, but the way you introduce the expert is doing what's called edification, meaning you're building value to that expert so that they have the ability to have influence and be able to actually explain the information so that your prospect is willing to listen to that expert. Step number 4 is the confirmation. And this is where the person that you're introducing the information to, they just need to come to a live event or they need to see one other event that's probably in person so that they can say, I believe it, I'm confirmed, I'm excited, I'm ready to get started. Now step number 5 is called duplication. This is where the prospect becomes a partner or an associate in your business, and what they're doing is they're actually learning what you just did to bring them in the business so that they can duplicate the exact same thing. Now go back to step 1. If you really take a look at all 5 steps, I want you to go ahead and see where you're involved. So number 1, ask yourself, in the invitation, are you involved in that step? Do you have to be that person that approaches them? The answer is yes. You're involved in step 1. Step 2, ask yourself, presentation. Are you involved? No. You're using a third-party tool. Again, it could be a website, it could be a DVD, it could be a pre-recorded message, a live call, anything but you. So you're not involved. Step number 3, the validation, which is the 3-way call. Who's doing the answering and questioning? The expert is, not you. You're not even involved. So you're not involved in step 2. You're not involved in step 3. Okay. Now step 4 is the confirmation, which is the live event. Who's doing the presentation at the live event? Is it the presenter or is it you? It's the presenter. Again, step 4, you're not even involved. Step 5, the duplication, the training. So who's doing the training? Is it the virtual training? Is it the training at the local event? Or is it you? Chances are it's not you. It's going to be an expert. So if you take a look at all 5 steps, step 5, step 4, step 3, step 2, all doesn't involve you. Guess which one is the only one that involves you? You got it. Step 1. So you got to get really good at the invitation. Now let me give you a couple pointers on the invitation. You got to be short, sweet, and simple. Okay? I've learned 3 philosophies a long time ago. Number 1, you got to be normal. If you say dude to your friend, say dude. If you say girl, say girl. If you say mommy, say mommy. My whole point of what I'm trying to say is that the moment you become a different person, it throws a red flag and they won't listen to you. So be yourself when you're approaching somebody. Step number 2 in terms of the approach is that you want to be excited. See, excitement creates curiosity. At the height of your excitement, it's going to create so much curiosity that they're going to say, well, what is it? I want to learn more about it. Now here's the thing. If you're already an excited person and you get really excited, it might be kind of weird. So if you're already an excited person, you want to turn it a notch down because that seriousness will bring up a curiosity because they're wondering, are you okay? You seem like a really serious person right now. Or if you're a monotone person, like how I am. I know I sound excited right now, but normally I'm a monotone person. And when I'm monotone and I just raise it up just a little bit, people get curious, like, hey, is everything whatever you're on right now, you sound like you're really excited. Is everything okay? Everything's great. I just want you to take a look at something I'm actually working on. So, you want to be excited. And the third one is you want to be urgent. See, folks, you don't have time to answer everybody's question. And I've learned a long time ago, if you don't know, if you can't say everything, don't say anything. Again, if you can't say everything, don't say anything. So again, you want to keep it short, sweet, and simple. And again, be urgent. So how do you be urgent? Let people know you only have a minute. Here's how it would sound like. Hey, John, what are you doing? Nothing, I'm just hanging out. Listen, I only have a minute. I was wondering, are you doing anything right now? No, nothing. I'm just at my house, just watching a football game. John, listen, I just started working at this company I'm really excited about, and I just really want your opinion on it. You're one of my closest friends, and I'm just really excited to get your feedback on it. It'll mean the world to me if you can take a look at some information. Are you in front of a computer? You can say, yeah. Sure. What is it? What's going on? Grab a pen. Anytime they ask you a question, direct them to take action. So if they ask you, what is it? Just say, grab a pen. So they're going to go ahead and grab a pen. And when they grab a pen, they're going to say, like, what is it? Go ahead, let me give you this website real quick. Give them your website. Give them a pre-recorded call. Give them anything but your facts coming out of your mouth. Again, if you have to say something, you're either pointing at something, you're reading something, you're sharing a story, you're talking about somebody else, but you're never talking about a fact. You're always going to point at something else, because if you know all the information, they expect you to answer all the questions. So again, point at a third-party tool. That's how you approach. In terms of, after that goes up to step 2, they start checking out the third-party tools, okay? They start checking out the website. Now, when you follow up, you want to do, again, step 3, a 3-way call. Now, what do you say to a 3-way call? These are the steps. Number 1, you give them a call and you say, hey, have you had a chance to take a look at the information? They're going to say, yeah. Well, just want to real quick ask you, what did you like most about what you saw so far? Don't ask them what do you think, because it's very open. It's an open question. You want to direct that question towards a positive light. So ask them, what did you like best about it? Or what was the one thing that stood out to you the most? Because when you say that, it's directed positive. So they're going to tell you, I like the product. I like the opportunity. They're going to say something that's positive to you. Now here's what you answer back. Me too. It's true, because that's the reason why you got started in the business in the first place. So you want to make sure that you let them know that you agree with them. Me too. I know exactly how you feel. I felt the exact same way when I first saw the information. And here's what I found. I found some amazing, incredible people that I started working with that's having phenomenal success. They know all the facts. And this person that I want to introduce you definitely knows this business inside out. I just want you to hear their experience, or I want you to hear his or her experience. Do you have a minute? And then you want to transition into a 3-way call. And what I would recommend you doing is, have like 5 or 6 experts that know the information on text blast. Text them, hey, are you available? Do you have a few minutes? That way they're available and they're on standby, so that when you're about to do a 3-way call, they're already waiting for you, okay? So that leads to it. Step number 4, the expert is going to totally answer their question. Now, let me just tell you this. They're going to feel them out. If they're ready to get started, they're going to know that they're ready to get started. Don't worry about them feeling uncomfortable now, because the expert knows exactly when is the right time to get them started or not. And if they're not ready to get started, that goes back to step 4, which is the confirmation. They need to come out to a live event, maybe a party. They need to come out and see more information. And when they come out, they're not really coming out for information. They're coming out for confirmation. They're already excited. They already know why they want to do the business already, but they just need to come so they can actually confirm that this is the right choice for them. And again, step 5, duplication. This is, as long as you follow all 5 steps, the approach, third-party tool, 3-way calls, live event. Step 5 as training is very easy, because they're going to look back and they're going to realize that it was so easy following these 5 steps and duplicate the same exact process. So hopefully this video helped you out, and looking forward to helping you out a lot more in the future. Take care.